This is the Moman Matrix 600S wireless video system, and whenever I made my initial review, I was one of the early testers, so it was still missing the mobile app. So what did Moman do? They went and dropped two mobile apps, one for this new MT2 Teleprompter that they just released, and one for the Matrix 600S that has the teleprompter app integrated into it as well. Enter the mobile MT2 Teleprompter here, which you can see you can overlay your teleprompter text in your live video feed. So if you have a camera like an A7 like this that doesn't have a flip out screen, then you can actually see your image that you're shooting right here on the screen in front of you and your teleprompter text. And you don't only have to use an interchangeable lens camera like this here, there's also a whole mobile phone kit that all comes in this bundle as well. So there's a whole lot to go over in this video. So let's dive into it. So this is how the Moman MT2 comes in the box. Now let's go ahead and see what you get inside. Tabletop tripod with a cell phone clamp on it. Ooh, a little carrying bag with the Moman logo on it. One iPad clamp, foam rings for your phone, and some 1/4-20 threaded screws in here. 8 different step-up rings for mounting the teleprompter to whatever lens size you have. And it comes with a phone clamp as well. So you have a tablet clamp or a phone clamp to use with this system. And a remote. And last but not least, the actual teleprompter itself. Very nice. So it looks like it's a good size, decent size for pretty much any tablet, and it's made mostly of plastic and has a couple different mounting points on it. And then the front panel here is made of actual glass. There you go. By the way, guys, if this is our first time meeting, I'm Ray Valencia from Shipwreck Visuals. I work in television production full time, and in my spare time, I'm here with you guys, so make sure you drop me a line. This channel is all about filmmaking, gear, tips, and tutorials, so if that's something that you're into, make sure you subscribe. So I don't know about you guys, but talking directly to a camera lens can be a little intimidating sometimes, and I've never used a teleprompter in any of my videos, but one thing that I think could make things real easy is just looking directly at myself in the screen, so I don't have this weird intimidation of this glass lens just looking at me and trying to imagine someone else there. I can actually look directly at my frame, and you don't have to have the text on, or you can if you need bullet points on the screen or whatever helps you make your videos, but that's just really cool that you can actually project your image right on the screen. All right, so now we're ready to start assembling our camera and whatever kind of setup you want to use. The cool thing about this little tripod is it has a cell phone holder in it also, and then the cell phone holder has a cold shoe on top too, so you can rig out your phone with a light or a microphone or whatever you need on top if you're going to be filming yourself with your phone. And then you also have these little foam ring adapters here as well, so you just pick out whatever size you may need. So I would just mount this over the camera just like this if I want to block out any additional light leak or anything like that. So you have these different foam ring adapters, and then they even gave you one here that you can cut yourself. But let's say you want to attach the teleprompter in here instead and maybe put that in front of your camera. You just fold this cell phone clamp down and lock it into place just like that. And now we can actually install the teleprompter right on top of here and screw in the teleprompter to this little mini tabletop tripod. Next, you install the phone and iPad clamp on here. So you use this little thumb screw here, put the thumb screw through the back. And if you need to use the phone holder, you just loosen this up and spin it this way, and you have a phone holder, or you flip it this way, and now you have an iPad holder. So a couple different options there, and you have the 1/4-20 thread on the bottom here if you want to rig this another way from something else. If you're going to be shooting with your phone, it does come with an additional phone clamp here that has a 1/4-20 thread on the bottom and on the back. So you just lock your phone in there. Then there's this little adapter ring in here. So I'll just show you, I'll pull it out now, but you put your adapter, your phone ring adapter in there just like that. And then it just slides in here just like that. There you go. And there's some different mounting options on here as well, because there are some other lights and accessories for this that you can get. So you can find a way to rig your phone up with one of these 1/4-20 threads on here. Now we can get the step up ring attached to one of our lenses and start shooting with a mirrorless camera on here. So it comes with 8 different step up rings here. And this is where I find one of the cons for this system is that it ranges from 49 all the way to 77 millimeters. Now I'm a person that likes to shoot on this Sigma 24-70, which has an 82 millimeter front thread. So this lens is just barely big enough to go on there, although you won't be able to clamp it onto the matte box. So you'll just have to put your 82 millimeter lens right behind it, because that is the exact size of this hole. So you just put your lens right up to it like that, although you won't be clamped on. So to be clamped on, you'll use a smaller size threaded lens. Like I have this Sigma 35 millimeter here with a 67 millimeter front thread. So you just screw on the front filter thread and then slide it into the position here on the back of the teleprompter. And now this whole teleprompter can be supported by the lens. All right, so here we are set up with the iPad mounted on here. Also, I have a light and a microphone on here using the cold shoes on top of it here. So that's just a couple extra rigging options. So I'm simply just gonna drop this on the lens here and we're good to go. So as you can see, you can actually support the entire matte box and everything just on one of these adapter rings. Of course, it's always a little safer if you add some extra rigging underneath or behind or something like that. But this is it right here. So I have the Moman wireless video transmitter right here connected, and then I would put this camera in front of me, and then I'll be able to see myself right here in the iPad while teleprompting. So that's it. All you have to do is simply face the camera towards you and hit play. Alternatively, you can get the remote connected and you can scroll through manually with this, or hit play or pause, and even access the menu through this. All right, so at this point, you are actually ready to go with just the teleprompter. You can install that app on your phone or your tablet, and you're ready to go in there and start editing your script. And you can change the speed, the font, the color, the orientation, and all different things in that. But all those features are also in the Matrix app as well. So we're actually gonna jump ahead, get this all built up and installed, and get it ready to go. All right, and you can see here we have the Moman Prompter app here and the Moman Matrix 600S wireless video monitoring app. So we're gonna get both of those. So let's go ahead and add this one here. And we'll do the same thing for the Moman Prompter app as well. So we'll go ahead and install that. All right, now we have the apps installed on my phone and my tablet. Now the Prompter app comes out for both Android and iPad. So I have both of them installed here. Now the Moman Matrix app is only for Apple currently. So I have that on the iPad here. So let's get the Matrix 600S transmitter connected to this camera right here. And then we'll take a look at the Matrix 600S app. So I do have another video all about this Matrix 600S wireless video system, but just keep in mind that they did not have the mobile monitoring app out at that time. So thank you, Moman, for sending this out to me early, and now it's just even better. All right, now we're ready to install the new firmware on each of the receiver and transmitter, and then we'll get the teleprompter hooked up. All right, so go to Moman's website and go over to the tab here that says support and go down to app download. You can see the teleprompter and the Matrix 600S apps here. So we're gonna go to the Moman Matrix page here and find your way down to download firmware and click that. So we're gonna go over to the folder here and you're gonna right click on it and use whatever zipping process you use. As you can see, I already have them right here. So I'm gonna go to extract here, and there we go. So here's my folder here. So here's the files for the receiver and here's the files for the transmitter. So you just open these up, copy these 2 files here, go over to your USB drive and paste those 2 files on here. All right, now I'm gonna take the USB drive and put this USB-C adapter on here and put it right into the receiver. Keep in mind, you're gonna need to use an 8 GB flash drive. So anything bigger is not gonna work because you need it to be formatted for FAT32 for this to work. So here is a FAT32 8 GB thumb drive. You just insert it right in there. Next, you're gonna hold the down button for 3 seconds and that'll bring up the firmware downloading menu here. So you just find your way over to OK, hit OK, USB detected, hit OK. And as you can see, It's updating right now. We are on 1.0.4 now. And there you go. So it was a success, and we have the firmware updated on the receiver. So now we're gonna eject this little drive here and repeat the same steps for the transmitter. We're just gonna delete the receiver files off here, drop the transmitter files on, and repeat the exact same steps. So let's do that real quick, and let's move on to getting this all set up. All right, so as you can see, I have the Matrix 600S transmitter transmitting over here to the receiver. Now we need to get it connected to the iPad as well, so you can have both going. So let's jump in here. So first, go under your Wi-Fi and select the Moman 001127 or whatever the number that your device is. I've selected my Moman device here, so it says no internet connection. Now we can jump into the app here. So I'm gonna open up the Moman Matrix app. And you can see here, I just go to connect device. And there you go, that quick, the image is up, and I have a live view here with audio. I can hear my audio coming out of here as well. So I can show you the camera we're shooting with right here, the Sony FX3. So there you go, there is a live view. You can see it right here on the monitor as well as here on the iPad at the same time simultaneously. This is a video feed latency test for the app and the Matrix 600S, and the results surprised me. So I'll stop the clock here at 2.44 seconds, and both devices actually read 2.18 seconds. So that puts the total latency at about 0.26 seconds, which is about a quarter of a second. So the latency is actually really good and really fast. All right, so now let's take a look at a couple of these features in this Matrix app. So right here, you can go under peaking and you have your peaking settings right there. Turn those off or on. You have zebras, and you can also punch in to catch your focus manually that way if you like. So you can go 2x or 4x with that one. You have some different crop guidelines if you need to, have some safe scales there for like text or, something like that. Also grayscale, center mark if you want to just have a center mark in the middle. Under this menu, you can actually control your image brightness, contrast, sharpness, focus, peaking sensitivity, like how much it peaks, and the zebra threshold, like what IRE you want your zebras to kick in at. So you can customize all of those there. And you can also take screenshots or record video right here in the app and save that right on your iPad. You can lock all the controls on the screen too if you need. And finally, we have the text option here. Okay, now I made just a quick little sample text, and I'll save that. Next, you just go over to connection, connect to device. We'll reconnect back in to the Matrix 600S. So I have not been able to get this remote to work with the teleprompter app or the monitoring app. So that's one thing I'm gonna have to keep messing with, although I'm sure it does work. I just haven't got it to work for me. The Moman MT2 Mobile Teleprompter is an awesome product all on its own. So thank you, Moman, for sending this out. Combined with this Matrix 600S wireless video system, it really just is a crazy combo. And I can see it being super useful for one-man band, like small crews, YouTubers, conference calls. You can use it with your phone or your camera or whatever. It's very versatile. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and leave me a comment if you have questions about anything at all. Shoot for the stars, and I will see you guys very soon in the next video.